Good morning, Sebastian Laceder here. Welcome to 5 Minute Fresh Start. Luke chapter 21, verse 1, it says, "And he looked up and he saw the rich putting their gifts into the treasury. And he saw also a certain poor widow putting in 2 mites. And he said, Truly I say to you that this poor widow has put in more than all. For all of these out of their abundance have put in the offering for God. But she out of her poverty put in all of her livelihood that she had." And so this is a very strong scripture. It has a lot of meaning in today's church. Let's go through the facts, very slowly. Let's take a look at them. First of all, the rich were putting money in out of their abundance. She out of her poverty. She put in her livelihood. She put in what she needed to survive that day. She put in everything she had, which was an insignificant amount of money. I mean, today it might be $2 or $3, right? And the guy next to her may have written a check for $1,000, right? And Jesus is saying that her gift, because again, heaven is the opposite of earth. On earth, we evaluate people by the size of their gift. I mean, we shouldn't, because heaven doesn't. But heaven evaluates based on the sacrifice. Heaven evaluates based on our attitude toward giving, based on, are we a cheerful giver? Are we a stingy giver? When I've had people in our ministry, when I'll tell you of one, without naming names, we were doing a raise. We needed like $15,000 or $20,000. And I had somebody who's worth, a lot, $100 million range, and gave us $1,000, and the same week bought a $5,000 box of cigars. And I just felt the Lord tell me, James 5, here's what James 5 said, your wealth and the corrosion of your wealth will be an indictment against you. He's speaking to a church. James is a pastor. Our wealth will be evaluated based on what we do with our wealth, right? And so, here's a case where we needed money for ministry. It was to help in a human trafficking project, and it felt really great about sending us $1,000 when at the time he could have stroked a check for the whole thing. That would have been 5 boxes of cigars, right? I don't know how many cigars are in a box, and I don't care. But here's the thing that you and I need to know. That our wealth, our resources are an extension of us. When Jesus talks about judgment at the end of the age, he talks about us having 5 talents, 2 talents, 1 talent, right? Those are not only our natural gifts, but it's our supernatural gifts, but also our resources. When he talks about the sheep and the goats, he's talking about our time, our resources, our energy, clothing people, helping people. At the end of the day, it's not the size of the gift. It's the size of the sacrifice. Did that gift, did it take faith to give that? It doesn't take faith for a guy worth $3 million to give $1,000 to a church. It doesn't take faith. It's a stroke of a pen. It takes faith if that guy gives $250,000 to a cause. And just bring it into whatever or wherever you're at. Jesus said, here's what he said, "Truly I say to you that this poor woman has put in more than all," and you could say in the eyes of God or in the eyes of heaven. So when you look at it, giving, the sacrifice matters, attitude matters. Don't worry about what you have left, or don't worry about the ministry. If God moves on you to give to the ministry, why should you be worried about how much they're getting or how much you're giving to them? Just worry about serving God and meeting needs of groups and people as you go. The other thing, in 2 Corinthians 9, we're going to go over a little bit here, talks about attitude. God, he who sows bountifully will reap bountifully. He who sows sparingly will reap sparingly. God loves a cheerful giver. And so attitude matters and giving matters. Anyway, God bless you today. 3 things. 1, please share this. We're a remote ministry. Please pray about, if we're speaking into your life, please pray about partnering in ours, helping us to grow, helping us to get a studio, to get help to do the goals that we have. And then 3, we have all kinds of books, materials, curriculums you can order for free by becoming a web member. You go to watchersoftruth.com, watchersoftruth.com, sign up to be a free member, have access to all of our teachings, all of our curriculums, everything we have. You can order 10 workbooks for a home Bible study and DVDs. It's all free. And then please pray about partnering with us. We need you. We need to double, actually, our budget now for the things that we have planned here for the rest of 22. Anyway, God bless you and have a great day. Sorry for going over. Thanks.